Good morning. How are you? This is Jazz. Welcome to Your Amazing Life Collective. This is a place to be if you want to redefine life and success on your own terms, knowing who you are as a soul, what you want, what you love, what lights you up, and then creating a life around that core truth. So you stop doing what the world tells you to do and you start really enjoying being you. This is what we do in Your Amazing Life Collective. And part of how we do that is by looking at your chakra system, looking at the moon, and doing the energy work so that you really know, especially because you're probably an empath, so you need to know what is yours, what is not yours. So you have this discernment to know what you really want, what you really love, what really makes you happy, and you can just let go of the rest. And that happens with the inner work. So if you need help doing that, this is a place to be. Let's connect. Let's talk about how it can help you and support you and nurture you, especially coming up in 2023 in having your best year yet. Today, this video is about your energy forecast for the weekend ahead. And yeah, it's a big one. So how have you been feeling lately? If you've been feeling like there's a growing sense of dread, there's increased anxiety, there's an increased fear, there's increased sense of responsibility, so feeling like kind of heavy. Maybe you feel it even on your shoulders and just kind of rounding down just because the world feels heavy. Ooh, we got to kind of roll the shoulders back. Always do that when you feel the energy move with your body. It always helps to reset some energy. Take a nice deep breath and roll it back. And I'm saying that you might quite feel this heaviness in the energy right now because the sun just moved into Capricorn. The new moon in Capricorn is tomorrow, and there are some other planets in Capricorn as well. So that is Mercury, that is Venus, and there's Pluto as well, all in Capricorn. Hi, Teresa, nice to see you live. I'm seeing the comment pop up now. I don't always see them each week. So yeah, there's a lot of planets in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and we call Saturn the taciturn because this is a serious one of the bunch. Saturn is about everything it's about the seriousness of life. So Saturn is like that friend who is always serious, who never really giggles because everything is just so important. So when you have a whole lot of planets that gathers in that house in your zodiac, so you need to know where Capricorn is in your chart, and it's like you have all of those friends that gather, and then all of a sudden the mood just gets really gloomy because now everybody's thinking about, oh yeah, I do have all those responsibility. Oh yeah, the world can be a little bit heavy. Ooh, and then like you're all just like feeling that energy of Saturn, and it's just like, oh, it starts weighing on you, and that might really, ignite or make bigger for you those feelings of anxiety or seriousness that you already have within yourself. So remember to take all of that with a grain of salt and say, yes, I do have responsibilities, and also I choose to have fun. I am responsible for this area in my life, but I'm not responsible for that one. So it's about really developing that sense of discernment between what is yours and what is not yours, what is part of the bigger world structure, and what it is that you can do as an individual to make the world a better place. And knowing that you're not responsible for everyone on this planet. There's too much people. You're not responsible for everyone. And to a certain extent, I know a lot of you are moms, and you're not responsible for your kids' happiness, especially when your kids are adults, right? Sometimes we just feel responsible for our spouse, we feel responsible for our friends, we feel responsible for everyone. And now that Christmas is coming, we just feel responsible that everybody should be happy, and you can do everything you need to make people happy. And I'm just here to remind you that no, it is not your responsibility. You cannot make anybody happy. Happiness is an inside job, and everyone is responsible for their own happiness. So take a breath for that, right? You're not responsible to make everybody happy. You're responsible to make you happy, make yourself happy. Take some time away from your responsibilities and really refocus on what's really important for you in your life. That's another lesson of Capricorn, is what is really important for you in your life. So as part of the homework for you to do right now, in this coming weekend, and I know a lot of you are going to be busy. I know I will. So let's take this like not, Saturn, the Saturn way of doing, yes, this is my homework and I must do all of my work right now. Like, just take a step back from that. You don't have to complete everything perfectly right now. There's a shadow side of Saturn, but maybe over the next 2 weeks or so. So from now on until the new year, ask yourself what is really important for you. So look at your life, so the past year especially, and ask yourself what really worked for you. What made you really happy this year? What were those circumstances? And then ask yourself, well, what didn't work? And what could you do different? And then ask yourself another question. What are you responsible for, and what is really not your responsibility? Are there things that you can delegate, or are there instances where you've been trying to help someone who's not ready to be helped? So like you're meddling in somebody else's business with the view of helping them, but it's really not helping anything and certainly causing you a whole lot of stress. And can you stop doing that perhaps this year? And then when you do your life review, your year's review, just ask yourself, so based on this, what do I want to create for the year ahead? How do I want to feel? What do I want to experience? What is really important for me as a person, as a soul, to grow into in the upcoming year? And when you know all of this is like a solid foundation. This is like a rational, earthy, grounded foundation of what worked, what didn't work, what you like, what you didn't like. Then from that will emerge your word of the year, or your intention for the year. And I invite you, when this word emerges for you, to really feel it in your bones. Capricorn is very earthy, so you feel it in your bones, like, oh, this is my word for the year. So it's not just a word for the year that's in your head, like, oh, that's a sexy word, I'm going to use that one. That's not going to work. So have a word that really resonates deep within you, that you know that this is what's important. So then when you do your strategic plan ahead, so when you choose what you want to do, how you want to grow in the year ahead, you filter that through the lens of your word of the year. So if you know your word of the year already, or once you know it, I invite you to share it in the comments below so that we can all support and nurture each other in this knowing, in this goal. So I know for myself, so on the winter solstice, this is where I have my big ceremony. So I do tarot readings for myself. I do chakra dance for myself. I practice some yin yoga. I really go within myself. And from the time of silence that I observe, that there emerges my word for the year ahead. And what came up for me last night as I was doing this is the word courage. So courage is my word for 2023. And just saying it, I can feel it in my body. I can feel it through my chakras. The word courage has this kind of a warmth feeling, but an alive feeling through my body as I say it. So I know that this is a right word for me. It's not at all what I thought. The past few years I've been working with nourishing, feeling feeling nourished, feeling at peace. And that's typically the type of words that I go through. So in my head, I was thinking, yeah, it's going to be something like nourished, feeling calm, feeling peaceful. But what came to me last night is no, it's courage. And again, I'm just feeling it. So I'm just demonstrating that your word of the year is something that you really, really need to feel. And how I came up to this word courage for myself is that I've been doing a whole lot of change. You've been witnessing me if you've been watching the lives, if you've been watching my business at all. You know that I've made a lot of changes this year, from going back to a practice, having this trip in Peru coming up, that I've never done a retreat like this before. So there's a lot of big things coming. And so some people would argue, well, it takes courage to make those decisions, it takes courage to make the changes. And for me, making a change, making a decision does not take courage, because it's the next right step for me. But what takes a lot of courage is that implementation, is a follow through. Because now that I'm on this path that I've decided, that I've chosen, that was called to me, that I've channeled, now what I'm hearing is people coming out of the woodwork and saying, you can't do this. This is too big. Haven't you heard about what's going on in Peru? This is not a right timing. Oh, people don't want that. People don't like that. And so I'm just hearing negativity from everyone, and that can really discourage me from being on my path, because I can feel all that, and I feel deeply because I'm an empath, and I say, oh yeah, you're right. This is too big. This is not right. The timing's not right. And I can just like implode, and then I won't produce anything. So that's why courage is very important for me, because I can heal and I can hear everybody's fears, but not take it as my own, and really continue on my path. So that is my direction for this year. This is the direction I'm inviting you in as well. So if you need to develop your muscle of courage, let's do that together by supporting and nurturing each other, by noticing if there's anything that's not working for us, letting that go, and really working together on healing, making the world a better place, and really igniting the truth of who we are in this world, the beauty, the compassion, and the joy of being true to our own authentic self. So I'm wishing you a wonderful, wonderful winter solstice, a beautiful Christmas, a wonderful new year, and I'm taking a break away from the computer for the next 2 weeks. So I'll see you in 2023. Until then, big, big hugs and love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.